Hello, everyone. Welcome to Celsius 233, your go-to place for fiction book summaries. Today, we will unravel the story within Godfrey Morgan by Jules Verne. Godfrey Morgan by Jules Verne, published in 1882, is a thrilling tale of adventure, survival, and self-discovery. The story follows a young man, Godfrey, who, yearning for excitement beyond his comfortable life in San Francisco, embarks on a voyage that changes his life forever. What begins as a journey for exploration turns into a gripping fight for survival on the mysterious Spencer Island. In classic Verne fashion, the narrative dives into the beauty and peril of the natural world, testing the limits of human resilience. With rich detail and a spirit of curiosity, Verne crafts a story that captivates readers, blending suspense, humor, and the age-old quest for personal growth. Plot summary. A bustling crowd gathered in the auction room on Sacramento Street in San Francisco, curious yet skeptical about an unusual item up for sale, a solitary island in the Pacific, known as Spencer Island. Amidst the excitement and clamor, Dean Felporg, the auctioneer, extolled the virtues of this untouched land. The crowd, however, hesitated, questioning the island's value. Who would be bold enough to buy such a remote piece of land? Just as it seemed the island would go unsold, William W. Kolderup, a man of immense wealth and power, made a sudden bid. The room fell into a stunned silence, broken only by the sound of his rival, J.R. Taskinar, who joined the fray with a higher offer. What ensued was a fierce bidding war, culminating with Kolderup securing the island for $4 million to the astonishment of all present. William W. Kolderup, a figure of great influence in San Francisco, was known for his vast fortune and shrewd business acumen. He was not just a man of wealth but also of strategy, always thinking several steps ahead. Alongside his financial endeavors, he played guardian to two young people. His nephew, Godfrey Morgan, a recent university graduate with a restless spirit, and Fina Holliday, his goddaughter. Godfrey, though destined to inherit his uncle's empire, longed for adventure. He found the idea of settling down into marriage with Fina appealing, yet premature. His yearning was not for comfort but for challenge, for the vast unknown. Kolderup, understanding his nephew's restless nature, decided to give him what he desired, a taste of the world. He proposed an expedition, a journey across the seas, that would allow Godfrey to explore life beyond the safe confines of San Francisco. Accompanying him would be Professor Tartlett, a whimsical and somewhat bumbling dancing instructor, more used to the rhythm of waltzes than the unpredictability of the ocean. The steamer Dream, captained by the seasoned and gruff Captain Turcotte, was prepared for this grand adventure. Godfrey, exhilarated by the prospect of the unknown, bade farewell to Fina with promises of return, leaving behind a piece of his heart. The voyage began with promise, the sea stretching endlessly before them as the Dream cut through the waves. Godfrey, filled with anticipation, settled into life aboard the ship, while Tartlett, already missing the stability of solid ground, found himself in a constant state of unease. The ocean seemed vast and indifferent, a silent accomplice to the journey that lay ahead. Yet, despite their smooth departure, fate had other plans. A violent storm soon overtook them, tossing the Dream like a toy in the angry sea. The ship, unable to withstand the fury of the elements, wrecked near an uncharted island, casting Godfrey and Tartlett ashore. Marooned on this desolate land, the two men faced the harsh reality of survival. The island, though lush and beautiful, was a place of isolation and danger. Godfrey, the adventurous spirit, took on the challenge with a determination that surprised even himself. The skills and knowledge he had acquired seemed inadequate against the immediate need for food, shelter, and safety. Tartlett, for all his quirks and initial ineptitude, provided a sense of companionship, albeit one punctuated by complaints and comical attempts at survival tactics. Together, they learned the basics of living off the land, building a makeshift shelter, foraging for food, and learning to start a fire without the convenience of modern tools. Days turned into weeks as Godfrey and Tartlett adapted to their new life. Their relationship evolved from one of master and teacher to comrades in adversity. Godfrey's transformation was remarkable. The carefree young man, once consumed by dreams of adventure, now showed a resilience and resourcefulness that revealed a deeper strength of character. The island, with its untouched wilderness and hidden secrets, became both their adversary and teacher. they discovered remnants of past settlements, hinting at a mysterious history that piqued their curiosity and gave them hope of possible escape. Their solitude was interrupted by the appearance of Caerfenatu, a native of the island. Initially perceived as a threat, Caerfenatu became an ally, offering skills and knowledge of the land that were vital for their continued survival. His presence added an element of the unknown, a reminder that the island held more mysteries than they had first imagined. With Caerfenatu's help, they began to explore further, understanding the island's terrain and resources, and learning to live in harmony with it rather than in constant struggle. Godfrey's thoughts often drifted back to Fina, her image a beacon of hope amidst the daily trials. The love he felt for her deepened with each passing day, not as a fleeting emotion, but as a steady force driving him forward. The ordeal on the island became a crucible, forging him into someone who could face life's challenges with courage and resolve. It was as if the island had been a test, a proving ground for the man he was becoming. Unbeknownst to Godfrey, Colderup had orchestrated much of this ordeal. The purchase of Spencer Island and the arrangement of the voyage were part of a grand design to prepare his nephew for the responsibilities that awaited him. Colderup watched from afar, ensuring that Godfrey's journey would be one of growth and transformation. The rivalry with Tascanar played into this plan, adding an element of real danger and conflict. Tascanar's attempts to sabotage Godfrey's journey, motivated by petty rivalry, only served to highlight Colderup's cunning and foresight. Rescue came at last with the arrival of the yacht Dream, sent by Colderup. The reunion was a mixture of relief and revelation. Godfrey, now a changed man, understood the depth of his uncle's wisdom and the purpose behind the orchestrated adventure. Tascanar's schemes were exposed, his machinations falling flat against the reality of Godfrey's newfound strength and maturity. Returning to San Francisco, Godfrey was no longer the restless youth who had left its shores. He was a man ready to embrace the responsibilities that awaited him, to take his place beside Fina, not just as her husband, but as a partner in life's journey. The island had tested and refined him, revealing qualities he had not known he possessed. Colderup's plan had succeeded. Godfrey was prepared to lead, to love, and to face the future with a steady heart. Fina, who had waited patiently, welcomed him back, seeing in his eyes the change that the island had wrought. Their love, tested by distance and time, was stronger for it. The adventure, filled with danger, mystery, and self-discovery, had come full circle, bringing Godfrey home not just to San Francisco, but to himself. That's all for now, but if this book spoke to you, Jules Verne has more waiting for you. Find them in the description or on Celsius 233. Remember, while our summaries capture the essence, they can never replace the full experience of reading the book. If this summary intrigued you, consider diving into the complete story, buy the book, and immerse yourself in Jules Verne's original work. Bye-bye, take care, have fun.